Hi everyone, it's Debbie Mirza, the author of The Covert Passive-Aggressive Narcissist. And today I am talking about the devaluing stage. So there are 3 stages with narcissists. The first one is love bombing, then comes devaluing, then the discard. So I'm going to talk in terms of a dating relationship. But if you have a parent who is a covert narcissist, there was a lot of devaluing throughout your childhood. And so this will apply to you too, and I think you'll get a lot out of it. So devaluing when you're dating someone usually starts after like 6 months or a year of love bombing, and it happens in really subtle ways. For instance, it might happen where they appear very innocent. They might say to you, so-and-so said they were concerned about this when they saw you do this. What do you think about that? I'm so cautious in relationships, and I just want to, this is maybe a concern, and just want to know, is this true of you? Because they were saying this is true of you, and I didn't even want to bring it up, but so it makes you feel terrible. It makes you feel paranoid. People are talking about you. It makes you wonder about yourself, but the way they come across is so innocent. They're just concerned or trying to gather information. So it's the beginning of devaluing. And another example would be they maybe don't show up for an appointment that you guys both agreed on, or they don't call when they were supposed to, or they call, a couple hours late. Just certain things that chip away at your self-respect. They're disrespectful things that don't honor your value, basically, devaluing. So another one, I was talking to a woman who he would ask her out to dinner, and she'd be all excited, and then she'd go, and then it was just confusing because it almost felt like he didn't want her there. So it's these very nothing clear, but it just makes you confused. So I talked to another woman who, a few months before their wedding, he went on a trip with a friend of his, and she didn't hear from him for like 10 days straight. And there's always some excuse, some reason, and you trust them. You've been love bombed for a long time. So your assumption is that they're good-hearted and there's a reason for it. And you kind of let things slide. And many people will be in long-term relationships with these people and won't see the devaluing for a very long time. And it's often when they look back on their journals. I talked to a lot of women who journal a lot, and they would read their journals and go, oh my gosh, I didn't notice that was devaluing when he didn't show up for the doctor's appointment and he said he would, when he had this pattern of not calling when he said he would, but there was always some excuse. So devaluing with coverts isn't them yelling at you, isn't them being cruel to you in an obvious way. It's very subtle ways of devaluing you and chipping away at your self-worth and self-esteem. So that's just some information about devaluing and what that looks like when you're with a covert narcissist. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.